Hi everyone. I wanted to check in, give a update. I think I've decided that since my last video, I'm just going to do this like once every 2 weeks at this point because checking it every Friday, it's going to just kind of be the same old right now. So I figure once every 2 weeks should be plenty, to actually make it a worthwhile update video. Hope all is well. Hope everyone's being super safe out there with the coronavirus going on right now. I've actually been in quarantine since Monday, but I haven't been to work since last Thursday because I get chemo on Fridays. And of course, it's just perks of having an immune compromised, body. Just makes it easier to catch anything. So just to be safe, it's better for me to stay home, not take any chances. But yeah, so to go over, let's see, last 2 weeks. It's actually been pretty good, pretty normal. I have had a couple new symptoms here or there, nothing too extravagant, nothing too crazy. But actually, let's see, within the last 2 weeks, have had 2 rounds of chemo. Man, it's really become routine now that it's just a really good nap. That Benadryl, I get like 50 milligrams of it, and it just knocks me out. I mean, it is the best nap. I couldn't say that enough. So now when I go to chemo, I don't even bring my chemo bag with me. I just bring my blanket because I know I'm in for a long nap, which is nice. But then I feel bad for people that come with me to chemo because they're just staring at me sleeping. But I don't sleep the whole time I'm there, which is nice. But yeah, so I actually got to see about 2 weeks ago. Not too much going on. I know in my last video, clearly my voice, I sounded like I'd been a chain smoker and I just looked kind of exhausted. I was, but that took about a week to get over. I'd never figured out what caused it. We assumed that after going to chemo, maybe it was congestion meets the fact that I have no nose hairs, which I know sounds funny to be like, what's nose hairs got to do with it? But pretty much all your gunk that goes in your nose, it's as if because I had no nose hairs back there that it's like I had a constant nasal drip going on. And so because of that, they were recommending, try to use nasal spray and, not necessarily take an allergy pill, but definitely use a humidifier, try to keep the air moist. So we, took all the precautions and ended up being fine. I didn't have to take any new meds, which is nice. This past week, this last Friday round of chemo, went really good. I actually got to see my doctor. He is so happy with how everything's going, and that's a huge deal. He's just in shock at how well I've taken it and how good it's been for me. I mean, because, under the circumstances, it's been really smooth sales. And I know not to jinx it, but we don't have much longer, which is nice. If I haven't already said it before, May 8th is my final chemo. I can't believe that I can literally say that, I've had 4 rounds of Taxol. I only have 8 left, or I'm sorry. I've had, 4 rounds of Taxol, 8 to go. I feel really stupid right now. I'm sorry. Chemo brain. Anywho, so I pretty much have 2 months. It's awesome. Awesome to know that I have a countdown for it. And right now everything is still set to plan. I go on the 31st, which is in 2 weeks, to go and get my second ultrasound, to measure each mass. And I can't find them. Like, I know where they are. So if I really felt like digging, or putting a lot of pressure on any of the masses, there's a chance, like my left one and my left breast, I might be able to feel that. But the one on my right breast and my lymph node, nope, you cannot feel no matter how hard you press. So I'm really, really happy. And it's just, I couldn't be more grateful to, be going through this experience and it being, such a positive, and it just really showing how much, in the medical field, how much it's changed just in 10 years. I've talked to so many women that had cancer 10 plus years ago, and they can't believe, the treatments that are available now and how quickly you can have treatments and how back to back you can have treatments, things like that. So it's nice. Let's see. I've noticed again. I know I mentioned it last time, but I can kind of tell if I keep my phone still enough. Nah, I don't think you can see it. I can see it. Hold on, let me see if I can keep it still. No, you're not gonna be able to see it, but I have hair growing and I'm so excited. It's funny because my like dark hair, you still can't see it. I look like I've shaved my head. But I was driving yesterday from my grandmother's house and are you gonna say hello? Are you gonna say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Sorry, we're not dressed because this one poopied in her potty for the first time and she peed and we're really excited because potty training is going amazing. Thank God. To the point that she even looked right at me and she goes, pee pee? Poo poo? And I'm like, yes, say that to me all day. But anywho, so when I was driving, I had my sunroof. I didn't have it open, but I had the shade pulled back and you could see, they're only like this long, nothing, no longer than my teeth, of white hairs. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, I got white hair. Oh my God, it's growing. And I was like, man, this white hair is going to be coming in a hell of a lot quicker than my dark hair. So I might have to go through and just trim get itty bitty scissors and trim up those tiny little hairs to make sure everything's even. But yeah, I've noticed too, like my hair is starting to come back on my legs, my eyelashes. I see little baby hairs trying to grow. So I'm glad to know that my hair is growing back. I'm getting to the point that I miss it. As much as I loved having a shaved head, I miss my ponytail. I miss being able to put it up in my bun. But yeah, so other than that, nothing else has really gone on. I actually I did get sick for the first time since this whole process. But I think what it was is I've been having bloody noses lately. And again, it's because I don't have any nose hairs. And my platelets have been low. So I'm a big stickler about cleaning my nose daily, multiple times a day, just because I don't want all that crud just sitting in there. And what sucks is because there's no nose hairs, it is glued to the inside of your nose. So it's worse than, if you've got peeling skin. It's really tough to get anything out. And so every once in a while, which I know not every bloody nose was induced on its own, part of them are from me just trying to clean my nose. So really there's no good way to stop that from happening. I thought about trying like moistening a Q-tip to try to clean my nose, but I haven't tried that yet. So we'll see. But I think because of the bloody nose I'd had, it caused me to get sick. So, I was concerned for a second because I know this past time when I went to the doctor, they said that my platelets were low, my protein was low, my white blood cell count was low, and my red blood cell count was low. So that's why else I had to kind of quarantine because, I'm susceptible. But hopefully it's not because of all that. Hopefully it was just because I had a bloody nose and you know how that goes when a bloody nose starts. Other than that, everything's been pretty good. I'm drinking fine, eating fine, no dry mouth, none of that. So that's been really nice. I can tell you though that I can't wait to get back to work. And as much as I would like to think it's been nice to be home a lot, after a while, it becomes a little makes you feel drained, which is weird when you haven't been doing anything. Or it makes me stir crazy that I wish Matt wasn't working right now so we could do a little project or something, Ellie's still going to daycare. I don't know how daycares have not shut down yet, but you know what? It's getting her out. It's getting her energy. Her daycare has just been so awesome. They've got it to the point that they got to check her temperature when we go to drop her off. You're not even allowed to set foot pretty much into the school. You can set foot in the lobby and that's it. And they will take your kid to class and bring your kid back from class. But, if they have to shut down, we totally get it. But I'm glad she's still able to go right now. And so super grateful for that. But of course, I thought today, I'm going to start a hobby. I'm going to try to, hello. Oh, hi. Hi. You looking at yourself? Are you interrupting Mommy's video? Yeah. What? Oh, God, you poked my eye. But so I thought, well, let me start a puzzle. And I started it. And I don't know why I got super, like, sweaty hot. And, like, I thought I was getting dizzy. It could have been the light over the kitchen table. I don't know what it was. Anyways, I started feeling funky. But Matt comes in with Ellie from daycare. And she just sees what I'm doing at the table. And she, gets up in the chair next to me. And she goes, puzzle! And she just takes it and goes like this. And just throws pieces everywhere. And I was like, oh, my God, what was I thinking? So, no puzzles for right now. But I need to definitely, look into starting a new show or whatnot. So please, if you got time to kill, tell me what shows you're watching or new movies. I just, need to change it up. Right now, I just keep kind of binge watching the stuff I always binge watch. So I need to change. By the way, of course, Frozen 2, if you haven't watched it, I didn't think it was too bad. I don't think it can beat the music from the first movie, but Matt definitely is now obsessed with Kristoff's 80s ballad. He loved that. Ellie can't sit through the whole movie yet, but we're getting close. So, anywho, I could tell at this point I'm just rambling. Clearly I haven't been around people. So, hello everybody. Anywho, I got chemo on Friday. This will be round 5. I'll have 7 left. Super excited. I'll actually, in 2 weeks, I'll come back, and at that point, we will have had the ultrasound. So I'm really hoping to give y'all some bigger, better news. And yeah, stay well, stay safe, stay clean. Make sure to wash your hands, and we will, I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.